Dave, can you speak to your team's resiliency tonight? And was Mike Smith perhaps the microcosm or the physical embodiment of that tonight?
Well, we didn't start out very well. A fluky goal goes in early, and then we were all right in the first period. Two face-off battle plays we lost, and they both ended up in our net. So we're down 3. We got the one to get us kind of feel like we're back engaged in the game. I thought we were better in the second period, and all the players talked about it after the second period was, let's make the third period our best period of the game and see what happens. And we went out. We played a strong third period. Draisaitl's line gave us Cahoon a couple nice goals, and then power play came through, and then Enzo got a break with the puck going to the net, and we found a way to win. So it's I give our guys a lot of credit for hanging around the game.
Hey, Dave. Obviously, Mike Smith led in 3 goals in the opening 15 minutes, but he called it a weird period. You said they got a couple of lucky goals, but sometimes you make a goaltender change there in order to provide a spark to the club. Did that cross your mind? And can you please explain your rationale, if or why not?
No, because the second goal is, the first one is one that Smitty would certainly like to have back, but it's just, it's one of those weird ones that goes in. The second one gets deflected by our guy, goes up and over him, and the third one we were poor coverage in front. So the first one, okay, we'll blame on that one. The other two, they're not on him, but we still got lots of game left, and Schmitty's a battler. That's what he does, and he's a vocal guy. He came in after the first period. He had a few things to say. Our group had a few things to say, and we got better as the game went on.
And Dominic Cahoon finds himself on that line. Can you talk about his ability to find his game once again on that line?
Yeah, it's nice to see him capitalize on a couple chances. The first one, we got a break with their goaltender, but then the second one is just a real good shot on a good play by Leon. So, Cooner, he's skates well. He's a smart player. One of his underrated things, he could take face-offs. The second guy face-off. So he's around it in the game, and that line has kind of been snake bit a little bit here. So it's good to see them get on the board tonight.
Just picking up on what you said, Mike Smith has a few things to say. The team has a few things to say. What's that dynamic like between him and the team in that moment? And, he's obviously a veteran guy that brings that leadership. So, how much of an impact does what's said between periods maybe have on what happens?
Well, it's not just him. It's the whole group. We weren't, I think things from our end, from the coaching end, we were pretty calm. We just talked about how we got in the situation we did and how we're going to get out of it. And but the players come in, you could hear that they wanted to be better after the first period, and Schmitty's a part of that. He wants to stop every single puck, and the first shot goes in, he's going to battle the rest of the game, but he expects everybody else to battle too. Ultimately, that's what the players did.
Does that just boil down to a guy that's not afraid to, hold himself, but at the same time can help hold others accountable too? Is that kind of
that's his personality. I've been around Schmitty a long time. He's a strong personality with a real passion to win. He understands his role and what has to happen for our team to win, but he also wants to make sure everybody else is engaged in trying to win. So that's Schmitty. That's the leadership he brings, and you can only be a leader if you back it up, and I've seen him for years and years. He's backed that up.
Jason Gregor, TSN 1260.
Dave, Caleb Jones hadn't played in quite some time. What did you make of him and Bouchard as a pair tonight?
You know what? They were pretty solid. Pretty solid. They, I don't know how many minutes they ended up with, but they were both just pretty simple. I thought that was one of Bush's best defending games in a while. And the two of them got out there, and they kind of bonded together, and they did a good job for us. So it's good to get them back in the lineup. And with our injury situation back there, we needed people to come in and play well, and they both played well.
David, definitely maybe all year long, but a lot of your decisions as a coach have paid off. You were very patient when your top two lines were getting chances but not scoring, and then they got going. Cahoon, you took off for a game, then you put him back, and boom. I know you put him back last game, but still, they score right away. When you put the Kara line together, they score right away. You get a sense sometimes as a coach where, you just get a feel of the gut. How much, studying goes into those moves? Because a lot of them have paid off for you this year.
Well, it's the players that make the moves. The players get put in, you're putting players together that you hope can mesh or whatever, but the players are the ones that have to get it done. And you have an idea what you'd think would happen on the line, but sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes you just need a little tweak here and there. But ultimately, the players dictate it. They work well together. You put three guys together, and JJ's line is a good example of it. Like those three guys got together in that road trip out east, and they meshed well together. And you can, as a coach, you see it. It's not all just what they do on the ice. It's how they kind of mesh. You listen to them on the bench and what they're talking about and how they're trying to get better and recognizing situations. So you're trying to get a feel. It's not always exactly how they play. It's how they mesh together, how they play together is a big part of it. And we've been fortunate. Like we got a good group of players. They're trying to get better every day, and as a coaching staff, we're around it. You try to help them as much as you can, but it's the players that have got to get on the ice and do it. And we've got a real good group. Jim
Matheson, Post Media.
Dave, when Roussel had the shorthanded breakaway, was that the turning point in the hockey game when Mike made that save?
Big save there, yeah, real big save, because that's one would have killed a lot of momentum that we were trying to build there. So that's a huge save, and those are the kinds, talking about Schmitty, those are the kinds that it's timely saves that I've been around him for a long time, and I've seen a lot of those.
And Connor hit the post, hit the crossbar late in the second, and then also hit a post. Yeah.
We had three.
Okay, he's due to score one.
2 or 3 of them, I think we had tonight. Connor had 2, I know, but he's got to keep shooting. We'll call him a streaky scorer now. He scored 3 one game and none the next, or he got 1 tonight, but he's a streaky scorer now. Just scores a lot.
Jim McCarson-Smith, Canadian Press.
Coach, obviously 2 points are 2 points, but what does a comeback win like this do for your group?
Well, you continue to learn about your team. They're not learn about your team. They learn about themselves. I think a game like this will help us as we go on in the year. We might find ourselves in a situation like this, and when you've been through, the getting behind and recognize the situation, and you come back from it, you might get another game like this, and they know that there's a belief there that you can do it again. So it's we came in here, we didn't play as well as we liked the first period, but we got better as the game got on. And we knew we were playing against a desperate team. They're trying to get themselves back in the race. So it's a huge 2 points for us, and now we have to kind of park that game and get ready for the next one, because their desperation level goes up, and we're going to have to deal with that desperation level as best we can and try to bring our best game that we can.
Thank you.